Okay, I'm going to do a quick video on how to create this Starburst card. We'll start with, you're going to need 2 pieces of each of these patterns cut 2 inches by 6 inches, and we will cut them diagonally, so from corner to corner. So I'm going to bring in my trimmer and just line up one tip, one corner there and one corner there, and cut that. And then you'll do the same thing with this, and you'll do this 4 times. You need 4 pieces of designer paper. Okay. And I've already gone ahead and cut 2 extras just to save a little time. So those are my additional pieces that I'll need. Then I'll use a piece of Whisper White. This is cut 4 by 5 1/4, and this is what we will build the Starburst on. So I'm going to score this at the halfway point, which is 2 5/8, just to mark. You could also mark this with a pencil, but I kind of like doing it with my scoring blade. Okay, now I'm going to build my Starburst, and I'm going to start in the center and work my way out. And first thing I'll do is add my snail adhesive all around the edges of this piece. You want to be sure you get the corners if you can. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to just start, and I'll take this straight edge and bring it right up against that score line. And then I'll take this one and do the same thing. And I like to leave just a small little space. I don't know, maybe it's 1/8 of an inch. I'm not even sure if it's that much. And then I'm just going to alternate. I'm just going to keep going and adding my designer paper. And again, just leaving a little space between each one. And then that's going to be right there. Like that. Then I'm going to go over to the other side. I'm going to leave this open for now because we'll fill that in with some of the paper after we trim this up. So I'm just going to follow along. Whoop. And again, just leave a tiny little strip, little space between there. Okay, isn't that pretty? Now I'm just going to flip this over and trim off all the excess. Okay. Now I need to look at these pieces that I just trimmed. I'm going to flip some of these over. And find a piece that will fit where I left off. So that'll fit there. And then I need a piece of the green, and I'll just put that right there. That way you save a lot of paper. You don't need to use a whole big strip for this final little space. You do want to make sure you have adhesive in that corner though that will hold that down. And then I'll just snip that off. Okay. And there you have your Starburst. Better trim that a little better. Just trim right along that white panel. Okay, let me get this cleaned up here. And there's our Starburst. Really fun and easy to make. And then we're just going to do the card. So for the stamping, I have a piece of Whisper White. It is cut 1 3/4 by 3. And I'll stamp my daisy image on it. I'm using Tuxedo Black Memento ink. Stamp that on there. because I'm gonna, oh, and you know what? I'm gonna do this again because I don't like how dark that part got. And what I found with this was when I'm stamping this, I'm not even putting any pressure down on that stem there. And isn't that better? It looks a lot better. So just, when you stamp this, just put a little pressure where the daisy is. You'll still get the stem stamped just fine, and you won't get a big blob like I did the first time. And then I'll bring in my little layer. It's just probably 3/4 of an inch by 3 inches long, and I'll add a greeting, and it's You're Amazing. And I'm going to do that with my Old Olive ink. So I'll bring that in and just stamp that on there. Okay. Then I will just put this all together. Oh, I'm going to color the center. I'm using my dark Daffodil Delight blend, and I'm using this color because that matches the paper. So we'll go ahead and add that. And then I'll just add a little bit of color to the leaf, and I'm using light and dark Old Olive. I always start with the light color first. That's just me. Different people have their own ways to do it. And I also normally use the fine point tip. Then I'm going to bring the dark in and just add a little highlight along those lines there. Okay. And then I always come back in with the light color to blend it a little bit. I love coloring. I think it's really a nice relaxing hobby. Nice thing to do. Okay, so there's that. And then we'll just put it together. I'll take my snail adhesive and add this on here. And I will take more adhesive and just put that right across there like that. Hold that in place. And then I used dimensionals to attach this to my card front. I'll just put one at the top and one at the bottom. And I'll position this across there like that. Tie a bow with my Old Olive ribbon. These products are all from an early release suite that will appear in our 2021 annual catalog, and they are gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. They're beautiful, beautiful bright colors and patterns, and the stamp sets are great. There's dies. It's a huge, huge suite of products. And you want to be sure to check that out. And then I'm just going to attach that with a glue dot. Mine fell on the floor. Okay, I'll just attach that there. And then to finish it up, I will add, these are Gilded Gems. They also come from this suite. I'll just put one of those right there on the end of that. And then all I have to do is attach this to my card base. This is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So I'll put that right there and my card will be done. I hope you'll try this technique, and I find I'm addicted to it. Once you start, you just want to create more and more cards using that technique. So there you go. Thanks so much for watching.